Hello, hello. Grateful to be here with you. Thank you for showing up to journey with us today. I'm here with the Council of Light, and we just completed the Empowered Evolution Masterclass for the new moon. And wow, it was phenomenal. I I might be a little biased, but it was really phenomenal. And they're actually going to make that masterclass a bonus to a series that we're getting ready to launch called Creating as One with Source. And so you can kind of let that hang out in the wings of your awareness and recognize that's getting ready to be presented soon. But what I wanted to come on here and share is this idea of one of the reasons that we're going to be producing and co-creating with those who participate a Creating as One with Source masterclass series is that the window of time between our intentions and creations is narrowing. Things are starting to manifest much more quickly because time is pulsing differently. There's an acceleration. There is also a more harmonic terrain we moved into. And so it's like the veils are thinner and the window of time is shorter. So that's not to create fear or to prompt us into a story of, I got to be careful. It's just what we would recommend is always the empowered lens of, oh, I'm being invited to be more mindful, to be more aware of what I'm choosing, of what I am moving in the direction of creating and what I'm declaring for myself. And so you might feel into, we've kind of been moving into in our transmissions, this theme of remembering the power and the potency of your choice. And so that's an aspect of what is being invited right now to embrace, to remember more. It's like, oh, I get to choose, and I'm going to consciously choose because the window of time is narrowing between what I choose and what manifests. And so when I consciously steer my own ship, I can steer out of rough waters and into the more harmonic, more aligned, more, they're shining, the sun is shining, the dolphins are jumping. So we get to choose. And so that's really the message here. You get to choose for you. And so if you found that your ability to manifest has been a bit wobbly, wonky, not aligned, it sort of shows up, it doesn't show up the way you intended, or it just doesn't work for you anymore. This new series is meant to help you refine into your way of manifesting now because you've evolved immensely. Take a moment and acknowledge that. In the last few months, few years, several years, how you evolved immensely. And then Gaia Earth has moved into this more harmonic terrain. She continues to. And so the ways of being and manifesting and creating are evolving, shifting, being invited to. And so that's really why this series is being birthed at this time. And specifically for this transmission, what we're inviting you to connect to is not only that, okay, the acknowledgement, the awareness that the time period between what I choose and what manifest is shortening, the idea of staying in a harmonic vibration because this window of time is narrowed is more potent and important, you could say. And so we're going to bring in a process to help you connect to what's your way of shifting into the harmonic when something triggers you, when you might go into a dissonance, when the mind might want to spin and they're showing like a dog with a bone, gnaw and gnaw and gnaw on a certain thing that's maybe at a lower frequency, trying to fix it, change it, solve it. And so first and foremost, we encourage you to kind of scan your fields and just from a place of awareness, Is there anything, any area of life, any recent happening that got your attention that has created a bit of a dissonance, a snagged, pulled thread in your fields that you kind of keep circling back to and can't quite seem to shift out of? That kind of, we're going to use the word negative feeling, negative thought, but really it's all just emotions, it's all just thoughts. But these thoughts or feelings might have a dissonance, i.e., not harmonic. And so, one of the first pieces with this is to recognize that it doesn't mean anything about you, not really. The mind will try to make it mean something about you, probably, or something about whether you're safe or supported or free or loved. But you're actually already all of those things. You're already safe, supported, loved, and free in the heart of Source. And so when you remember that you are already safe, supported, free, connected, empowered as one with Source, that can short circuit the dissonance. If it doesn't, then there's something that it symbolizes within your fields that's being invited to transform, reinvent, release, resolve, dissolve, return to sender with love and consciousness. We don't have to know which of the above it is. And so, what we would encourage is that you make it a priority for you, recognizing that you are a creator being, and what energy you're creating with and or choosing from is what is going to be infused in your creations and what you're going to be magnetizing back to you. So if you're choosing from fear or anger or lack or a dissonance, you're going to get the dissonance, the boomerang of the dissonance. It's going to keep coming back to you. Dissonance, a dissonance, a dissonance, until you choose differently. So one of the easiest ways I found to step out of a dissonance is to first remember that I'm not upset for the reason I think. I'm already one with Source. I'm already whole. I'm already connected. I'm already free. I'm already empowered. I'm already loved. I'm already supported. I'm already safe. So this dissonance represents somewhere where I've bought into the possibility that I don't have one of those things, or that it could be taken from me, kept from me, withheld from me, taken away. And so we invite you to presence, whatever that dissonance might be, recognize that it symbolizes something, recognize that, yes, there's a story around it. And can you take a moment and take a step back and be the observer and not attached to the story and recognize, okay, this dissonance is here to get my attention because there's something unresolved. This symbolizes something within me where I've bought into a belief in something that isn't true. And or I'm holding a bundle of that that's not even mine. You don't have to know what the case is. The first step is remember who you are in truth. You're already safe, supported, and loved. You're connected to Source. You have a spark in the heart of Source. You are a being of light. Then invite your higher self to help you release the meaning you've given it. Body, team, same. Somewhere in consciousness, I've decided this means something about me having the infinite resources I already have in heart of Source. I'm not going to agree to that. Part of me wants to agree to that, or it did in the past. I'm not going to agree to that now. That's you exercising the potency of your free will conscious choice to choose again in this now moment in a different way, to choose to agree and align with what's actually true. And you could even say, I recognize this isn't true. I'm upset because part of me thinks it's true. Or again, something I'm running in my fields has agreed that it's true, that I'm separate from source, that I'm not safe, that I'm not supported, that I'm not loved, that I don't have, that there's a lack. And I'm going to affirm and choose that I have an infinite supply of everything in the heart of source. I'm going to ask my higher self to scan my fields for where this is running. And I'm going to choose to not agree with it. I'm going to choose to agree and align with the truth of who I am. Higher self, will you help me? I choose to align with the truth of me instead. I choose to align with the me that is free, with the me that is supported, with the me that is safe, that knows it is infinitely loved. That's who I am. That's what I'm going to identify as. Higher self, will you help me? And then you can encourage body teams to do the same. And then there's this willingness to release the meaning you've given it. You can invite your higher self to do that for you. Higher self, will you help me release the meaning I've given this and reinterpret my relationship with it to a higher octave? Because I choose to experience myself as a being of light that's one with source, or whatever words work for you. The words are not as important as the attitude, as the way of perceiving what this dissonance represents. And then you can layer in, I invite my higher self to scan for anywhere this is not even mine. It might be something I'm empathically feeling that's affecting my fields or running in my fields that I tried to shift for someone else. Higher self, will you return it to its right and perfect place along with all relevant and appropriate energetic information and the responsibility for it? Body, team, same. Get all my attachment, my gifts, my wisdom, my mastery, my fabric back on me, my creative life force back on me. So I get to create for myself my own desires, my own what I choose for me as a being. And I am safe, and I am supported, and I am loved, and I am free, and I am connected, and I do have an infinite abundance. So now what? Now what do I choose? From that place, choose from that identification of you, update your reference points for your identity to that you. Then you choose from the empowered place, the connected place, from a place of authenticity with your essence, your truth. And then you get the harmonic because you're choosing from the harmonic. We invite a balancing and stabilizing of all your energetic fields, updating all grids, all reference points, all ways in which you perceive and are perceived. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for your courage and your willingness to evolve in a conscious way. And if you're guided to check out today's Empowered Evolution Masterclass, it is still available in our online store. I'll put a link below in the description. We will be sharing details about the Creating as One with Source series that starts September 14th very soon. So stay tuned to our newsletter, our website, and we will have a short window of early bird enrollment. So if you're not already signed up for our newsletter, you can do that using the link below in the description. And then you'll be able to get those notifications. There also is an announcement coming forward that we're going to be doing a transmission for the 999 Stargate on September 9th. It's a 9-year, so September 9th is a 999. And potent, the guides are calling it Vortex of Illumination. So if you've ever journeyed with us in a live session, you know that we very spontaneously show up and allow the highest, most optimal unfolding. That's why a lot of times we don't have a lot of cliff notes ahead of time, because it's created in the now moment in collaboration with your higher selves, which includes you from the future. If you saw it after the fact, part of you goes back in time and participates in the co-creation. And case in point, the Empowered Evolution Masterclass that we just offered today, super potent, was all about thriving and remembering you as the one who thrives. And so if that resonates for you, it was big, it was juicy, it was potent. You can find it. There's an element of vibrational reinvention with that, but that was, it's like everything transforming to meet you as the one who knows you were created to thrive. It was really phenomenal. And it's one that I might even go back and listen to make sure I get all the nuggets of, was that potent. I don't often do that, very rarely. So that's how good it is. It was juicy today. And if you'd like to connect to the 999 transmission gateway transmission, I'm going to be putting a link below for that as well. And that is already on our website too at embracingtheinfinite.com. So you can find it there. I look forward to connecting with you all very soon. And in the interim, may you remember how much you are revered and loved as a unique divine blueprint, dear starseed. Much love.